In 2019, the President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency Museveni, launched an initiative on wealth and job creation known as Emyoga. Emyoga Fund targeted 18 specialized enterprises or people dealing in the same activities, aiming at categorically organized circles at constituency level with operations at the parish level. During the training of the beneficiaries leaders of the Emyoga Fund in Kabale District, conducted by Microfinance Support Center Limited, that was held at NTC Kabale, the District Resident Commissioner Godfrey Nyakaoma blames Microfinance Support Center Limited for giving out the money to the people without training first because most of them misinterpreted its role.
This money was given out to circles without training. So people had their own interpretation in the utilization of that money, and which interpretation was wrong. The recovery has been very low. The reason they gave me when I came to Kabale was that the money was given out during the time of campaign, and people thought it was money for campaign. So when they received the money, instead of using it for the purpose for which it was given in line of fighting poverty, they just ate the money.
Kabale District received 1.6 billion towards the Emyoga Fund that was distributed to fully registered circles in the 3 counties all over the district, each circle registering for 30 million. Although this money was meant to be refunded, some of the members took it as a government token of appreciation because it was issued out in the election period, making some of them to default.
Kabale District local government received 1,620 million in lump sum, and this money was divided into 3 counties: Ndogwa East, Ndogwa West, and Kabale municipality. The beneficiaries had registered cooperative societies, and the money was deposited by the central government directly to the beneficiaries' accounts. You know, this money was received during politics season, and some people had a different mindset change. They thought this is money to be shared. Some people did not use this money to the actual use, and they are still stagnant.
The Microfinance Support Center Zonal Manager Kigezi, Tuhumule Boaz, said that they are not only training the circle leaders to get management skills, but also want to motivate them to develop a habit of saving for their own good.
And the information was clear that this is the funds to ensure that they inculcate the culture of saving among our people, to include them, those who are excluded of the 68%. So the biggest challenge why people are not paying very well is that the mindset of the public, of the people, the different Emyogas, and also people attributing it to partly to the political time period, and also attributing it also to the COVID kind of that had affected many businesses. People saw that maybe the government, now this is a kind of a COVID relief.
Boaz continues to say that the reason why they did not conduct such trainings at first is because of the COVID-19 situation, where mobilizing people wasn't allowed, and also the program being a presidential initiative, the government wanted its effective implementation.
Challenge actually, that was the time of the pandemic of COVID-19. So gathering people also, it was a bit quite a challenge. Gathering them, training them, it was quite a challenge. So, and also the timing of the program was also a bit a short time period. So that a bit affected our ability to ensure that these circles, they are trained fully. Because you see, training people in financial management and other things, it is not something that you need at least to critically take time and ensure that people, you train them so that they understand.
Some of the circle leaders who had attended this training said that they were eagerly waiting for such a call to guide them on how to handle the Emyoga Fund. They also continue to say it was not a positive idea of dispersing the money without giving them a thorough training on how to run their respective circles. Other groups also said that the amount of 30 million was not enough for them, and they are eagerly waiting for the second bunch as promised to the proper performing groups.
Because we received the money when we didn't have much knowledge of how to handle it. But now, they are now opening our minds and showing us the way, how we can mobilize savings, how we can give out loans, how we can appraise people, how we can see that our people receive this money and pay it back without much collision, without much friction. To explain to people that this money is to be rolled out and repaid back, it was a big thing. Even up to now, we still have people who think that the money is theirs. We have delayed giving them their money to consume.
We have a circle that has a membership of 54 associations, and each association has certain members. So when you get the number of members compared to the amount of money we received, it has not been enough for us at all. And luckily, the microfinance support center has promised to add money into the circles that have performed very well.
Arising from the people's complaints, the RDC cautions circle members to repay back their loans before they are presented to the courts of law or else arrested for embezzling government funds.
It is a revolving fund through their line of enterprises, what we call Emyoga. Now, in the event of people who fail to recover this money, as they have been telling them, I will first engage with them, appeal to them to refund this money and return it to their respective circles so that money can be put to use through a revolving fund. And for those who would fail to refund that money, I will use the courts of law to make sure that we get orders from court to attach their property to make sure that the money is recovered and taken back to the circle.
Circle leaders also appreciate the LRDC's concern for helping them out to recover the loans that are with the circle members.
I also want to appreciate the LRDC because he has promised to be with us in collecting loans. He says he's going to put up a task force that is going to deal with defaulters. We have been challenged in collecting money from people who took loans, but now this will help us.
Nabati Gamachi for Starries TV.
There's a public outcry. Money for Emyoga journalists has been mismanaged and there's a big crisis.